Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to Ask Luke, the series where you ask me the questions in the comments and I answer them as quickly and as best as I can. If you do want to ask a question for the show, please put it in the comments below. Sometimes I leave it to the end to tell you that, so I thought for this video I'd tell you at the beginning. Put it in the comments below and I'll try my best to get it out. It might be that your question comes in and it doesn't get answered for about 2 weeks because, you know, I try to put out one a week and a lot of questions do come in. But please believe me, I try to answer every single question if I can and I've got the time to do it. Today's question comes in from Upson, a guy that regularly asks questions on the channel, and I really appreciate every question that comes in. He says, do you think going out the Cups is now a blessing in disguise? I know we was all hurt, you know, when we went out to Manchester United, and definitely I was hurt when we went out to Everton. One of our poorest performances of the season, when there hasn't been many this season, has there? You know, most performances this year, barring about 5 or 6 games, have been really top draw performances. I think yes, mate. You know, we all want to win a cup. I would love it, mate. I would absolutely love it. You know, and that's above finishing fourth. You know, to say you've won the FA Cup or even a League Cup to someone like to West Ham fans, it's just, you know, the holy grail is to have that day out of Wembley again. And you know, we all remember it. I wasn't there for the cup final in 2006, but you know, I was in the pub and the atmosphere and stuff like that. Paul was there at the actual game, and those moments, you know, are ones that stick with you forever. Even though we lost that game, you know, it still seems as fresh as yesterday, as a memory, that game and that whole experience and the whole semi-finals and the quarter-finals and all that. It was just such great memories. But like I say, as much as I would love the cup and it would be such a big thing and probably, you know, a much more memorable thing than finishing fourth, you know, the closer fourth gets, I think it's hard to imagine it before it had actually happened, and before we'd ever been in this position. We've never actually really been in this position. You know, we was close with the Pirates season, but this season is the closest ever. You know, we're actually sitting now 1 point behind third, and as this video goes out, if we win against Newcastle, we go third with 6 games left. And you know, to actually be in the position to finish fourth and have that there dangling in front of you, the prestige and the awareness of our club that it would bring is, you know, unthinkable. And you forget about what Golden Sullivan and Brady and all that, what they will do, whether they will back him and all that. That's a completely different conversation. But all of a sudden, you know, West Ham are in a group with Barcelona, Dortmund, etc., and we're turning up and playing, and who knows, you know, we go and get a draw in Dortmund or something like that, and all of a sudden, you know, fans around the world start going, oh, yeah, West Ham, they're a good little club, they're prestige, you know, they're worth having a little watch of them. You start, you know, getting better knowledge, and players as well, players on the continent. If you can offer Champions League, how many times have we had it? You know, we've had these players that are, you know, fairly sort of, you know, they're very good players, but you wouldn't say they'd go into the Manchester Uniteds and teams like that. So they would go to a Marseille, for example, or, you know, a sort of, you know, those mid sort of French clubs, or the, you know, the Sporting Lisbons, you know, they are massive clubs. They are massive clubs. But, you know, you'd think playing in the Premier League is more than the Champions League. But to some of these players, the Champions League is the be-all and end-all. So, you know, some of these players that we've missed out on in the past, let's say, for example, like a Carlos Bacca or a Lacazette, for example. You know, if we had Champions League that year, he would have come. And that you know, it opens up a whole new dynamic of player. I don't think the FA Cup and League Cup do that. You know, winning the League Cup and the FA Cup is brilliant for fans, and we would love it. And listen, don't get me wrong, I want it. I want to see it in my lifetime. But, yeah, getting into that Champions League attracts those big players. And if you attract them big players, all of a sudden your team gets better, you would hope. And then you can go and win them cups and get in the Champions League again regularly, or Europa League regularly. So going out the cup, is it a blessing? Of course it is. Now, you know, in hindsight's the best thing in the world. You know, would we have coped with a cup run with the injuries we've had as well? You know, if let's pretend that we was in the semi-final of the FA Cup this weekend and still, you know, well in there for the fourth. could we compete on both fronts and, you know, and achieve both? Probably not. And then probably one of them would have won, or if not both would have failed. You know, we would have maybe finished 6th or 7th. Would have maybe got to an FA Cup final and lost, or we may have won it and got both. Who knows? But for me, yeah, I think going out benefits us now. I don't think at the time Moyes probably knew how good we was going to be. We definitely are well above his targets and expectations he would have set way back in August. But yeah, very, very good question, mate. You know, and it's a divisive question, but it's a great question. Let me know what you guys think. Is it a bonus, or was it a bonus? You know, that we've gone out of those cups, and the fact that top 4 is there. You know, dangling. You know, and that golden carrot, that money, that prestige, the Champions League music, those amazing nights that we can all start hopefully dreaming of and believing in, is this close. Where do you stand? Are you still a little bit hurt about that? Or is the fact that top 4 is there for the taking eased your blow? Until next time, guys, keep your questions coming in. Come in your irons, keep believing. Let's go.